Alright. Looks like everything's up and running. So I'm going to jump over to the gaming stream layout and we will go ahead and get started. Alright, got game audio back in. I'm gonna leave it about where it was last time. I think it'll start picking up more once stuff's actually going on. We'll leave it there for now so it's not too loud. But we're jumping back into Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. We're going to pick up where we left off last time in doing a tour of the cast. I think the last character we looked at was Powdered Toast Man. So I'm gonna jump right back in.
Zim.
Check out Zim.
Ren and Stimpy. Select your stage. Zim versus Ren and Stimpy. Get ready. 3, 2, 1. Fight!
Alright, just like before, I'm gonna take a look at all of the standard normals and specials and overall moveset for each of the characters, just like we did before. And then we'll move through the rest of the cast, get a feel. And I still haven't totally committed to main yet. I'm still leaning towards Toph. Since the game has been out for a week plus, I know a lot of people in the fighting game community have been taking a look at this and breaking down the characters and taking them out competitively. And I know Toph, at least from one tier list I saw from Hungrybox, he rated Toph kind of low due to her weak air game. I definitely don't choose mains based on their viability and tier list so much as how much their playstyle kind of vibes with me. Oh, I need to take the timer off.
Showtime out.
So for the sake of the
Your brawler.
exercise today, let's go to training.
Training.
I'll mostly be checking out the rest of the cast and seeing if I like anybody's moveset more than Toph's. She may go to second, she may stay as my main, I don't know.
Zim.
Yeah, we want this, so we don't have a timer.
Bang. Select your arena. Zim versus Ang.
I will say that apparently some of the characters that I didn't necessarily gel with when we were looking at them before are competitively ranked decently high. I know Aang is up there. I don't think I really figured out his moveset, but apparently he's pretty good. He's got some pretty nutty tricks and setups he can do. We'll take a look at Zim first. Zim of the cartoon Invader Zim, which I remember from back in the day. He's got a pretty speedy walk speed. Walk pace. He uses these sort of exoskeleton arms, and he moves pretty quick on the ground. Let's dash. Gets in the air relatively quick. Oh, hey, Wazzy, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Wazzy says, do you feel a connection to Zim, Alien Boy? Maybe a little, but it's probably more because he's kind of a crazy antisocial guy as opposed to him being an alien, but that's just me. It's been forever since I saw the TV show, but I remember liking it. It was pretty wacky and kind of surprisingly dark for an animated kids show. But I like the art style of Invader Zim. Alright, let's see what he's got. So standing special brings out Gert, who goes a set distance and explodes. I wonder if he keeps going till he hits something. Yeah, it looks like he runs straight ahead and then detonates once he makes contact with the enemy. You can use it in the air and he'll sort of drop down. Doesn't look like you could steer the path of Gur. He'll just keep heading in a straight line. Zim's down special. Is that a garden gnome? Oh, that's a hazard projectile, I think. Get down here. Let's see if I throw it out. Yeah, looks like it has a damage radius around it, and then it goes away. It looks like Zim's setup is kind of a trap and zoning character. Also, Wazzy, let me know if you're having trouble hearing the game audio. I have it turned down a little bit so I can talk over it, but you should still be able to hear the music and the sound effects in the background. I think the way we had it set up last time was fine, so let me know if it's too quiet or too loud. Alright, up special. Straight up. Zim launches a bomb downwards. He has some lateral control over the direction for his recovery. You can sort of path it forwards or backwards. Pretty decent height. Normals. Regular hits. This is standing. Down light. 360 hitbox that hits all the way around him. Wazzy says, you're not competing with it too bad. You're around the same volume. Okay, I'm going to drop the music down just a hair. Just slightly. Yeah, looks like down light hits around Zim 360. Up light. Kind of launching uppercut with his feet. Yeah. Neutral light in the air is this sort of spinning 360 hit. Got a pretty big radius. Down is a downwards kick, but that can spike. And then up light, sort of an outwards spear with the legs. Alright, strong attacks or heavies. Standing heavy is ray gun zap. Goes out a decent ways in front of him. Wonder if you can ledge guard with that. Down heavy is stomp. Also goes out a little ways in front. I'd be curious to see, since that hitbox extends out over the edge, if you can tag them the right time, they'll spike them downwards when they're trying to recover. And then up. Up heavy. Looks like it hits directly above him. Is it like a scepter or staff? Bit of a startup. Doesn't come out super quick. In the air, air heavy. It's a forward version of the ray gun. Down, pulls out some sort of stuffed animal for downward spiking hit. And then up is an up version of that staff poke. Zim seems interesting. He's not the quickest character so far as attacks go. Again, he moves decently quick on the ground. I'm kind of curious to see how his laser and heavy projectile attacks work when it comes to guarding the platform. Could be useful. Not bad. Alright, let's keep moving on.
Raining.
Next up we got Cat Dog. This character is rated pretty high on the competitive tiers from what I've seen.
Leonardo. Select your arena.
I'll go to Harmonic Convergence. This is a pretty good neutral stage to practice on. It doesn't have the hazards that the SpongeBob one has. It's basically like a Final Destination type map, I think.
3, 2, 1. Dance.
Alright. Cat Dog. I think Cat Dog is stance based. We'll see. We'll start with specials. Standing special. Spits bone. That loops backwards like a boomerang? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, it has a trajectory that curves back towards the characters. Alright, down special. That is a stance switch, I believe. Note how cat or dog spins around depending on the input. Alright. Cat has a hairball instead of the bone. And it looks like you can do stance switching in the air. Cat Dog's got a pretty moderate run speed. A little bit floaty in the jump. But the idea of being able to switch stances is probably going to determine how the different moves come out. Hey, Penguin Party. Welcome to the stream, man. How you doing this evening? Alright, so we'll try and do everything with each character, and then we'll do the stance switch. So up special for dog goes straight up with some lateral control, just like some of the other ones. You can kind of steer it like most recoveries. And it looks like it'll bounce off if it makes contact. Okay. And the stance switch in the air and the projectiles in the air. Pretty consistent. If we switch to cat mode, same recovery. Okay, that doesn't change. Looks like the only thing that changes on the specials is the projectile. Okay, that's good to know. I get the feeling the normals are going to change, though. Swap back to dog mode, standing light. This kind of choking, extending move. It's got decent range. I don't have to be right next to him to hit that. Down light. Sweep. Up light. Uppercut. In the air, neutral light. Stretching, extending lateral attack. Down is this sort of ring shaped. Okay, Penguin says the normals are the same, but the strongs are different. Okay. think you're right. Looking at that, the standing normal, standing sweep, and up normal looks the same. If we switch modes, go to strongs. Dog standing strong is a big uppercut. That looks like it has ridiculous range. It's up strong, or standing strong. Down strong is a fire hydrant. Wow, that looks dangerous. Up strong is a... What is that? I can't tell what that object is that dog is holding in his hands. It has a face on it. I can't tell if it's supposed to be like a block or like a TV. I haven't watched Cat Dog the show in 15 years, 20 years. I don't even remember any of the things with the characters. But dog strongs in the air. Neutral is this extending, similar to the normal. Extending hit. Probably hits both sides, just like the other one. Down strong is kind of a dive bomb, dive kick type attack. And then up. Up strong is the big hit. I've seen people use that. Apparently it's very strong. There's a lot of priority in the air. Alright, switch modes. Cat's standing strong. Have a back kick uppercut. That may have more reach than the dog's version of the strongs. Down strong for cat. Similar animation with the fire hydrant. I can't tell if there's anything different with the animation. Might be the same. And then up. Up strong, that's the same. In the air. Air strong, neutral, that's the same. And then down, that one looks the same too. And then up, that's different. Looks like it has maybe a little more reach, not quite as big a hitbox. One thing I notice about Cat Dog's moveset compared to some of the other characters, I don't know if it's purely based on speed or just the way the movesets are set up, but a lot of the hits tend to combo and flow pretty well with Cat Dog. It feels pretty intuitive. Getting the recovery to not totally whiff would be a different challenge. But I can kind of see why this character is rated highly. It's pretty easy to do stuff. These are the dash attacks. There's the taunt. Definitely feels like you can get combos going easier with Cat Dog compared to some of the others. And the mode switch is neat. I like the idea of having different options when it comes to the movesets. I imagine because this game is so fast-paced, you're not really going to be doing a ton of switching on the fly. Maybe after you KO someone and you have a minute, if you want to switch modes, you might do that. But yeah, so far, pretty fun. Definitely seems like this character's easier to play than Toph. As long as you don't do stuff like that. Okay. We will keep Cat Dog in mind.
Raining.
Go ahead, Edward. What's happening? Welcome to the stream. Alright, moving on to Reptar.
Reptar. Michelangelo. Select your stage.
We are continuing our tour of the cast in Nick All-Star Brawl.
Reptar
Looking to find a main.
versus Michelangelo.
So far, characters that stand out to me that, as far as moveset and gameplay, that I like.
3, 2,
Be Toph and
1.
I did like Cat Dog. While I would like the challenge of taking a technically lower tier character like Toph, we'll have to see. And we'll also see how the devs balance things out with upcoming patches. Just because a character is considered lower tier on the competitive scale now, doesn't mean they'll stay that way. And the devs are pretty in tune with what's going on. And monitoring feedback and watching the competitive side for this game. So things will definitely change. Penguin says, I'm excited to see Nigel after Reptar. Yeah, Nigel's a beast. I got absolutely murdered online last session when we were playing against Nigel's. He looks fun too. So far there's only been a couple characters that I haven't really seen as interesting. I think everyone is viable. Like Mikey's moveset didn't really pull me in, but apparently just based on his normal game and his air game, he's pretty good competitively. So largely it comes down to just who feels good and who is interesting to play. But Reptar, alright, specials. Standing special, Fireball. Can be charged up. You can't hold it down, and retain the charge. But if you hold it down, you get a big blast that goes out a ways. I'm sure you can use that to ledge guard. Down special is a ground blast of fire right at Reptar's feet. That can also be held down for a much larger burst effect under him. Hits from pretty far away too. Not half screen or full screen, but definitely a decent pace away. Up special, very Bowser or Yoshi type move. Reptar goes up and then comes down with the butt slam. Got pretty good vertical. You can sort of steer its direction side to side. If you want to move forward, you can. If you want to move back, you can. I get the feeling you won't be using this too much on the platform because it's a little bit slow and not very safe in this. For a standing normal is a headbutt. That was the dash. Cartwheel. Down normal is a head smack into the ground. Up normal, head uppercut. Air normal, neutral, tail smack. Yeah, he's got a light version and a strong version. Goes out pretty much horizontally from his body. You can use that kind of like the side air kicks for a lot of the Smash characters, I think. And it's decently quick. Up normal. Big upwards kick. Decently fast. Alright. Heavy attacks or strong attacks. Should probably be consistent in my terminology. Standing, I'll call them heavies. Standing heavy. It's big spinning tail whip. Goes out laterally. Doesn't look like it has super big range, but looks like it hits pretty hard. 20%. Down heavy is a big tail slam. This one's got some startup to it. But also looks like it packs a wallop. Bet you can use that to ledge guard too, as it goes out a ways. Penguin says, also, I'm watching Scarface, the one starring Al Pacino. That's a classic. Alright, standing up heavy. Backflip tail swipe. Looks like that has pretty big range all the way around him. Alright, in the air. Neutral strong or neutral heavy. Same version of the tail smack on the ground, just in the air. Looks like it has about the same range. Down heavy is another butt slam. This one just goes straight down, has no carry. Trying to see if you could do something like a dash cancel to get out of the animation faster. Does not look like it. Looks pretty practical, but if you miss, you're going to be in trouble. Oh, hey, Fearful Milk. How are you doing, man? Fearful Milk says, was going to buy this, but I will probably buy this when full DLC has come out. I need to buy the new Resident Evil anyway, so yeah, I cannot have both. That's fair. This game, being right hot off the press, is still in active development, and I don't know when the first set of DLC is going to be coming out. It's kind of leaked what the characters are going to be, but it looks like they want to support the game for a while, and community feedback has been good. So you definitely don't need to run out and get this right away unless you're trying to get in on the competitive scene. I think they'll be actively tweaking it and adding content for a while. But for those of the folks that are tuning into the stream, if any of you get this game on PC at some point and want to do matches, let me know. Either hit me up here on YouTube or send me a message over on Twitter. Maybe we could set up some matches. I'm not good at this game by any means, but I do want to learn it. It's a lot of fun. Maybe we could do something similar to what Prince Lemon does for his Smash Brothers streams, where he sets up lobbies with the viewers tuning in and sets up matches. I think that'd be pretty fun. Alright, only other thing for Reptar up heavy is, let's see, heavy version of his up normal. Penguin says, still hoping Jimmy, Hugh, and Timmy will be potential DLC. Yeah, I don't know if they've been able to get the Jimmy Neutron franchise on board. I haven't heard otherwise, so I think there's a lot of stuff on the table. Milk says, I believe all voices will be added in new patch end of the month, then next DLC for next month, and I guess the next one after that. Yeah, the devs have talked about adding in voices for DLC, which I think would improve the overall game experience a lot. It's not a deal breaker for me, but I know it's kind of weird for some people to play a game that has no sound effects aside from just the hitting and movement. But I forget one of the two supposed leaked DLC characters. I was just watching a video on it last week, but I know one of them is supposedly Garfield, which is very interesting. I'm not a big Garfield fan, aside from the meme stuff I talked about before. But seeing how they would adapt Garfield into a character for a game like this, I think it could be interesting. They probably won't have any of the I'm sorry John meme stuff in there because it's, again, like a kid's property. But potentially having Garfield in a platform fighter could be the most interesting thing that property's ever done in the last 30 years. Milk says, if I want to add you or anyone else wanted to add you, what platform you use? If it's Steam, I'm going to buy this on, then I may add you on Steam. I can't get to it for a little bit. Yeah, I play this on Steam. I've heard it runs pretty well on other platforms, but because it's easier for me to stream stuff on the PC, most of the stuff you guys see me playing, in fact, I think all the stuff you see me streaming is on PC. So yeah, if you wanna add me on Steam, then that's where I'll be playing this and any other games we stream for the foreseeable future. Penguin says, hopefully the game can get crossplay because I'm planning on playing on the Switch version. Oh, the other character is Shredder. That's right. Yeah, Shredder from Ninja Turtles and Garfield, supposedly. Shredder would be a good pick. Yeah, I watched HBox's video on the potential leaks, but it was last week and I have a bad memory. Milk says, can you send your Steam code to me through Discord? I cannot get on Steam until tomorrow. Yeah, I'll ping you on Discord. It'll be after we get done streaming. No rush. Alright. I think we're about done with Reptar. Reptar feels pretty good too. He's a heavier hitter. And I've played a little bit of the bigger, heavier characters like DDD and Bowser and Smash. And he's got kind of a mix of different hard-hitting moves. But yeah, he's pretty fun too. I could see myself, quote-unquote, maining probably 5 different characters and rotating between them. But I'll need to pick one to focus on for a while. Alright. Now let's get on to Thornberry. Shoutouts to Tim Curry, legendary voice actor behind Nigel and probably every cartoon villain you've ever seen in a cartoon for the last 25 years. He doesn't really do much voice acting now because he had a stroke, which is a shame. Tim Curry's a legend.
Select your state. Nigel Thornberry versus Danny Phantom.
Milk says, I 100% believe due to how they embrace the memes, they will no doubt add Otis at a later date from Barnyard. I'm not familiar with Barnyard, but if it's meme related and the devs are paying attention, it's very possible. Penguin says, I want Otis so bad. Yeah, I don't know who that character is, but I'd probably recognize him if I saw him. Alright. Looking at Nigel, he's got a pretty decent clip for his walk and run speed. Again, we've seen what this character can do already. I got murdered last time I was online against Nigel, and he's played pretty frequently at the competitive level. Penguin says, personally, I prefer Pig, but Otis would be good. Alright. Standing special for Nigel is this sort of sliding attack which goes through the enemy. That's interesting. You can't combo out of it, but if you need to dodge through, I think this has iframes too. I think it could be used as an evade through attacks if people are trying to hit him. Down special is the snap. It's got a bit of startup and a vulnerability window afterwards. Kind of functions like Jigglypuff's rest. Oh, Penguin says it also goes to projectiles. Yeah, that's what I figured. I'm assuming while he's flashing, he's invincible. That's pretty interesting. It's not quick, but if you need to get through a heavy attack and you have time, it could be useful.
Outstanding performance.
From what I've seen, people have used the snap as kind of a style move. It's slow and has a big vulnerability window after the animation. You still have... Yep, you still have the vulnerability even if you miss. Nigel's up. Special is straight up kind of dive. Can be steered laterally. It doesn't have a ton of vertical. Decent amount, but yeah, not a ton. Other characters have a higher recovery. But I think where it's at with Nigel are his normals. Normals and heavies. Standing normal. Slap. Pretty quick. Looks like it'd be a good poke. Down normal. Headbutt. Oh, that's fast. And it moves forward. Like a frog leap headbutt. Up normal. Ah, the clap. Neutral normal in the air. This woodpecker attack. Up. Upwards camera smack. And down normal is that falcon dive bomb move. This move is trouble. Milk says if you played Smash Brothers, like Melee mainly took inspiration from that in Ultimate. How would you compare them to this game? I didn't really play a lot of Melee because I didn't have a GameCube at the time. I played a lot of the original Smash 64, especially in Earth School. We played a ton of that. But I never got into Melee, so the few times I did try it, it was a lot faster than I was used to. I've played Brawl, and I played Ultimate. This game is faster than Ultimate for sure. Probably on par with Melee, but you'd have to ask a Melee player to really get a good comparison. But at competitive levels, this game is very quick. I'm not really a good demonstration for that since I'm still learning the game. But when we went online last session to play against random people, the ones who knew what they were doing moved at the speed of light. It was crazy. And a lot of it has to do with the mobility and the ability to do things like air dash downwards. Milk says, only thing I'll say is that I know about this game is that Toph is very powerful. You can tell that those who are very good with Melee can learn those controls and she will be way too good. Yeah, I was saying towards the beginning that competitively Toph's not rated that high because her air game is pretty weak. And you spend a lot of time in the air in this game for the most part. But she has some really good tools. Her down heavy, that big wall that smacks over the top, can ledge control really well, and she hits decently hard. Her recovery is also really good, and her ability to create platforms in the air kind of supplement that. But apparently a cheese strat people have been using with Toph is to do like set amount of damage and then they'll just run away using the platforms and time out online, which is just terrible. I think that's banned from competitive play because it's just a cheap tactic. But I do like the way she plays. We'll see who I end up sticking with. Alright. Any other normals? Okay, let's do heavies. Standing heavy is sock. Solid punch. Goes straight out. Oh, that alligator moves a dash attack. Milk says, I will main her because she's my favorite character, and 2, she is a mix between Little Mac and Sonic. Yeah, Toph is my favorite character from Avatar 2. She's fun. Again, I don't tend to choose mains based on their competitiveness so much as how much I like their moveset. we'll see. Cat Dog is really fun to play too. I'll just need to go and test a lot of that in match. Penguin says, speaking of Smash Brothers, any possibility of doing Smash lobbies? I don't have a way to capture Switch footage on stream right now. That's the only thing really keeping me from doing that. I may look into that in the future, but right now it's easier for me to capture stuff via PC because then I can edit it easier. So for now, I'm not planning on doing anything with Smash, especially if I focus on this game for a bit, because I'm pretty garbage at Smash. I will most likely be focusing on this one and some other fighting games that we've been looking at. I don't want this to be a exclusive fighting game channel for stream content, but this is the one I'm going to be focusing on for a bit. Milk says, I hope they add a patch which makes her a lot weaker in game when it comes to air. Apparently, are you talking about Toph? Toph is pretty weak in the air. Her up strong moves and normal moves are really slow. She has an extremely weak air game right now, which tends to lose out against the faster characters that have a dominant air game, especially Nigel with his Falcon Dive. Alright, so we had Standing Punch, the down heavy is the Scorpion Sting kick, which can spike like that. Up is it like a bull charge type move? Same thing in the air. Air heavies are all pretty much variation on the standing ones. Penguin says, I'm planning on maining SpongeBob or Nigel. Milk says, if you need a good way to capture Smash content, then I can help with that because I know a very cheap capture card. Okay, yeah, the capture card hardware stuff is the primary reason why I don't have the Switch capture or Switch streaming is the highest priority right now. There is stuff I want to play on Switch, but a good majority of the things I want to focus on here for stream content is on PC anyway. So that's going to be the focus. Hopefully they end up instituting crossplay with this particular game for online. That'd make things really easy. But we'll have to see. It's still early on in the development. But I think that'll do it for Nigel. Yeah, his moveset is strong. I definitely see how people are able to pull off some of the bananas combos with him. Specials seem pretty functional. If you want style points for the snap, it's there. His normals are all pretty functional and quick. Dive, that's probably going to get nerfed. I don't think it's broken, but people were doing some really quick stuff. Milk says the USB type, so all you need to do is put HDMI into it and then plug that into your PC and OBS. Okay, that's good to know. I am a little bit short on USB port real estate because of all the things I have plugged in for streaming, but yeah, I'll keep that in mind. If you want to send me the information on the product, then I can at least look into it. Alright, let's move on.
Training.
Moving on to Helga from Hey Arnold. I haven't seen a lot of Helga gameplay. I don't really know what she's about, so we'll take a look.
Helga versus Cat Dog. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
Alright. Helga's pretty decently fast on the ground. Not seeing a huge variation in the run speeds for most of the cast. Some are fairly quick, but some of them kind of fall into the same category as speed. Not a super high regular jump. Pretty standard. Standing special. Slingshot? That can be held. Doesn't look like it has a charge, but it can be held and released. Penguin says, just checked and crossplay is planned for this game. Also, it's a major priority. Lastly, they said it hopefully should arrive in a future update. That's good. I get the feeling because they were pretty experienced fighting game devs working on this game, they knew that was going to be a desired feature. So hopefully that comes in the upcoming DLC. Then you guys can get this on whenever you want. Milk says, if there's one thing I would love to see, it's PlayStation All-Stars making a return. The original ideas was so good, but due to behind-the-scenes stuff, it did not work out. Yeah, PlayStation All-Stars was supposed to be the Smash killer, but between the lackluster cast and it not really being stand out as far as gameplay, it was pretty much just a less effective clone of Smash. This game has the potential, I think, to stand up to Ultimate. It just needs a little bit more development and polish as they kind of work more features in, because this was made on a budget. Like, let's not mince words. It's very clear that All-Star Brawl was made on a pretty thin budget, and it's already better than it had any right to be when it came out. Like, this game should have just been a quick cash grab trash game. But the people working on it have experience in things like Smash, and they care. So I'm pretty optimistic that as long as they keep working on it and it makes more money, we'll see more things come out of it. Penguin Party says, all platforms have rollback netcode for 1v1s, but only the beefier platforms have rollback for 2v2, 3v3, 4v4. That's another thing that gives this game a real chance at being a success compared to other standing properties. Smash Ultimate does not have rollback netcode, and the online for Ultimate is really bad. I remember playing a lot of Ultimate earlier on, and I do like the game a lot, but trying to play it online is really hit or miss. The infrastructure and the netcode for Nintendo stuff in general on fighting games is not great. For things that aren't fighting game related, it's pretty functional, but this game being built with rollback netcode automatically gives it a much better online competitive viability. Alright, let's see. Down special. The bat. This looks like a parry or a counter. Up special. Oh, it's a big uppercut. That can be held. Yeah, it can be charged up and then it'll release. Oh, she gets air stall too. That's kind of like Fox a little bit. You could charge his special, I think, or his recovery. Okay, that means you can kind of control how long you charge it up, and you have a bit of horizontal control as well. Penguin says, also an interesting fact, Nickelodeon didn't want Nigel or Lucy in this game, but the devs kept annoying them until they just gave in. I think it was a good choice. Lucy is considered one of the top tier competitive characters. She's really good. I just suck at using her. Her vampire and ghost mode abilities are pretty powerful, and she's got good normals and good combo chains. Maybe the devs will put up polls for future properties. Like I said, my main #1 desired character for upcoming DLC is Rocco. I really want to see Rocco in this game. Alright, standing normal. Kind of a shove. Pretty fast. Comes out quickly. Down normal. Oh, a slide. It's a baseball glove catch. Hits low, moves forward. Looks like it's pretty unsafe on block. Decent. Milk says, only games I could see coming back and being better than Smash would be Fighting Climax and Fighting Vipers. I know Fighting Vipers. Those aren't platform fighters though, are they? Like an arena fighter with multiple characters like this? It's been forever since I've seen either of those, so I couldn't really tell you. Up normal. Big slap. Heavies. Standing heavies. Is that a book slap? That's supposed to be her journal. Penguin says they have a Discord and are very communicative with the users. So I think they can easily tell that they know where to look for requests. Yeah, that's true. I do think the idea of open communication with the community is super important, and that's something that Nintendo never really does with its properties. They don't understand how communities work. They never have, which is unfortunate. Penguin says, I personally want Darkstalkers to return so bad. Love the characters and the gameplay. Yeah, man, I 100% echo that sentiment. Darkstalkers is one of those buried franchises from Capcom that really needs to come back. But I don't know if Capcom has a big enough incentive to bring back something a little more niche and underground. Same thing with Rival Schools. Rival Schools was awesome, but it wasn't as big as their main properties like Street Fighter. And I remember playing the Darkstalkers collection on PSP. I think it was PSP. The overall presentation and style, like Penguin's saying, is awesome in Darkstalkers. Character design, music. Very, very unique and iconic for fighting games. Milk says, Fighting Climax is really good, but not well known outside of Japan, and Fighting Vipers is so random with its characters that it's so good. They're not like this in Smash, but they're really good. Power Stone's another one. That Capcom? Who owns Power Stone? That's more of an arena fighter, kind of like this. Milk says, only way I can see this game going beyond this in Smash is if it does something like Nickelodeon versus Cartoon Network All-Star Brawl. I think this game is got a good chance to sort of launch something else. I don't know if we'll see something big like a Cartoon Network crossover, because licensing rights would be an absolute nightmare. But even if they continue to build on the properties that Nickelodeon owns, I think they could do a lot with it. And we'll just have to wait and see. Alright. Standing heavy is the journal smash. Down heavy is an overhead smack book 2. Some of these just come out so quick, it's hard to tell what the characters are doing. Up heavy is big boot to the face. Penguin says they release merchandise for all the series all the time. Mostly Morrigan. I'm not complaining. She's my favorite. Yeah, Capcom definitely knows that Darkstalkers was a thing, but their investment of franchise properties tends to be Monster Hunter first and foremost, because it's probably their biggest moneymaker. Street Fighter on the fighting game side, and Resident Evil on the action/horror, survival horror side. There's a lot of properties that Capcom owns that have just been kind of vaulted for a while, which is a shame. I was playing Dragon's Dogma for a bit recently, and getting into that game. That's one that needs a sequel. Breath of Fire, one of my favorite RPG series of all time, has been vaulted forever. I'd love to see a new Breath of Fire game that's not some terrible mobile cash-in like they did a few years ago. Milk says, due to Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon more or less having a lot of banter, I could see both of them coming to agreement with this. I think it's possible. I'm not saying it's completely unlikely. If this game ends up taking off really well, maybe they could convince Cartoon Network to give some properties to be added in the game. You never know. It's something like Dexter's Lab or Powerpuff Girls or Johnny Bravo. There's a lot of potential for Cartoon Network stuff. Penguin says, also I played both Fighting Vipers and Power Stone. Both are very fun. And when the Capcom data breach leaked, it was revealed that a Power Stone remake was coming in 2023 or 24. Interesting. That leak was a big deal and had a lot of property information that they were working on, which is unfortunate. Milk says, there's only one major game that I would want that could see blow Smash and this out of the water, but due to the developers never doing more than cash grab, that's a Shonen Jump fighting game. Yeah, if anything would have had the budget and backing to potentially rival Smash, it would have been that Jump All-Stars or whatever they called it. But it was very clear that the people behind that weren't going to invest in it from the competitive scene and long term, which is unfortunate. They had some big names that would have pulled a lot of people in from the different anime and manga properties. Penguin says, Dragon's Dogma is getting a sequel shown in the Data Breach. Final Fight's getting a remake. Lastly, the Data Breach showed new Ghosts and Goblins game, and guess what came out? They haven't released a new Ghosts and Goblins game yet, have they? If they have, I missed it. I do like that series, but it is very difficult. Alright. Let's wrap up with Helga here. I'm trying to kind of do a demo of her moveset while reading the chat. She seems functional. Nothing really stand out, but her normals and her moveset seem decent. Nothing gimmick-wise that really grabs me. I'll go ahead and move on. Milk says, they started out as something different from Smash, but then similar, then kept going. They get a quick phone app, JP only, with 2 major platform games were not that good. You're talking about the Shonen Jump game?
Danny Phantom.
Yeah, I think if you really want something that's gonna be something that can hold a candle to Smash, it's got to be built by people who take the competitive scene somewhat seriously, while also wanting to design a game that's going to have appeal for everybody, not just the hardcore fighting game people. Oh, Penguin says they did back in February and was even mentioned in the Sakurai Presents Pyrrha Mithra. Milk says it's a shame the Shonen Jump games were not that good. Penguin says it sold really well. Oh, that must be the Ghosts and Goblins thing you're talking about. My backlog of Switch games is pretty bad. There's so much on there I need to play and check out. Not enough hours in the day. Alright, let's move on to Daniel. Danny Phantom. Another show that I don't know very well. I know the character, but I know nothing about the show. Alright. He's a little bit slower on the ground. Gets in the air relatively quickly. Alright, special moves. Standing special is a projectile, lateral projectile. Can't be steered. Can't be charged, but moves decently fast. Penguin says, if you need a Nintendo representative, I'm your guy. Prince Lemons, so I think I'm good enough. Yeah, I know you're the resident Nintendo expert on properties past and present. So if I ever need any recommendations for stuff to check out, I'm asking Penguin. Alright, down special. What does that do? Looks like a burst effect around him that can be held to charge. If you miss, looks like there's a recovery window. Wonder if that reflects projectiles or has some sort of counter state. Looks like it hits decently hard when charged though, 30%. Up special for his recovery. Teleport. Kind of like Sheik. You control what direction Danny moves when he pops out. A little bit slow startup, but looks like it has decent range. Yeah, you just have to kind of make sure you aim it correctly. Milk says Kodaka has been very good with its anime fighting game. Shame that it never came out over here. There's a lot of characters they could add. Played it safe. That's Fighting Climax. Okay. I've never seen Fighting Climax. Maybe I've seen it, I just don't remember. Alright, air specials, projectiles the same. Burst, about the same. Has a recovery window too. Okay. Normals. Standing normal. Quick jab. Doesn't look like it combos, has knockdown on it. Looks like you can combo it out of a dash though. Down normal. Eye lasers. Low hitting. Up normal. Backflip. Pretty standard. Air normal. Slap. Milk says, as Tiger from Toradora, and the only reason I got it, even made a custom sprite. Oh, that's cool. Penguin says, BRB, if I don't come back, had fun watching. Alright, man. Well, I'll be at this for a little bit, so thanks for stopping by. Alright, down normal. Chop. Hard to tell what the projectile is. Like a crystal. Up normal. Up version of the flip. Alright, heavies. Standing heavy. What's it? Ray gun? Some sort of weapon blast? That has kind of a deceptive range. Looks like it goes out a ways in front of him. It's decently hard. Up heavy. Lifting move. Down heavy. Was that a slide? Oh, Penguin says I'm back. Welcome back. Yeah, that is a slide. Down heavy moves Danny forward. He does kind of a flip and then moves forward, so it's got a bit of a startup to it. I bet that could low profile under projectiles. Air heavy. It's kind of a different shockwave type move. It's all the way around him, above and below. Yep. Down heavy. Well, that's an interesting move. A variation of the slide, but it goes at kind of a forward 90-degree downwards angle. Oh, that looks like it. I wonder if it spikes. That looks like it'd be easy to miss. As long as you're careful with the range, it's not steerable, chargeable. Let's see. Up, heavy, a backflip version of the dash. Taunt? I haven't been showing off the taunts for all these characters. Yeah, Danny Phantom's interesting. He's decently quick. His moves are kind of unusual, but I think they require a bit more control to aim properly. Milk says, there's one thing about this game I would have said is that the TMNT should have been all one character. So the turtles are all one. Beginning like a Pokemon trainer scenario where you swap between the different turtles and they have different move sets. that would have been an interesting way to tackle that and save character slots. I don't know if it's more or less work on the development side to do that, though. My guess is if it were easier, they would have done that instead of having them be separate. But it's also possible that they're not going to be all included. My picks would have been probably Raph and Donatello or Raph and Michelangelo. But from what I've seen, Leonardo is really strong in this game, even if you don't care for him as a character. And April's pretty good too. Penguin says they were all one character in Injustice 2. That's right. I remember that. I remember the reveal. Alright. Let's move on. Danny Phantom's decent. Alright, last one on the list. Oblina. Oblina from Real Monsters, which was a poll I wasn't really expecting when they announced this game, but it's pretty cool to see her in here representing that series. Maybe they'll add Ickis or Crumb at some point. I would have guessed they would add Ickis first since he was kind of like the main character of the show, but Oblina's cool. And I will fight Toph.
Select your stage.
Milk says, yeah, so character slots are down and we get all of them.
Oblina
That wouldn't surprise me. From what I've seen, Oblina is very highly ranked on the competitive side as well. She's one of the smallest character models, and apparently her moveset's strong, so let's check her out. She's quick, fast on the ground, pretty good jump. I bet she can low profile a lot of stuff just by ducking. Penguin says, Real Monsters actually had a crossover of Rugrats. I believe it. They were all owned by the same design studio, I believe. Same one as the Wild Thornberrys. A couple other of the Nicktoons that had that kind of unique art style. That kind of weird, almost ugly art style. It was the same studio that drew an animated Duckman too, which was not a Nick property. But I remember watching a lot of Duckman back in the day with Jason Alexander. That show was hilarious. Alright, for Oblina. Standing special. Spits garbage. I think... Let's see, is it poison when there's nothing on screen? And then after the poison projectile, which sits, is a hazard. You can spit random things. I think it's random. Milk says, due to this obviously not having knees, I would love to see some DLC costumes for these characters. Yeah, they need alt costumes or alt palettes. For sure. I don't think that's in the game right now, but I'm sure it's coming. Penguin says, the episode was about telling scary stories and the monsters were in it. They wanted to eat the babies, but didn't because they found pudding in the kitchen. Yeah, that sounds about right. The storylines in Rugrats are always so unusual. Just for the premise of this kind of like secret society of babies that can communicate with each other. I thought the show was fine. It was kind of weird, but it was fine. Alright. So standing is the spit. Down special is rolling move. It's pretty quick. Comes out decently fast and has forward movement. And has decent recovery too. You're not stuck in that animation for very long. Up special is the eye helicopter. Who's up pretty quickly. You can control your direction. Seems like a pretty decent recovery. Can't do anything out of it though. If you miss, you're vulnerable. Penguin says, also, Wild Thornberrys had a crossover movie with the Rugrats. Yeah, I believe it. Again, same same ownership of the properties. Nick liked to do crossovers with all their different brands, which made sense. You got the references if you were a kid. Penguin says, I also seen Duckman. It was really funny. Yeah, Duckman was great. Tim Curry was in that too. He played King Chicken. That was kind of like the edgy adult cartoon or animated show before South Park. I can't think of too many other ones that would have fit that mold. But Duckman, I don't know how well it's aged, but I remember really liking it back in the day just because it was so like twisted and dark and had really edgy humor. Milk says, I know Mr. Krabs will never be in this, but I feel as Plankton or Mermaid Man will be future DLC character. I don't have any real attachment to SpongeBob because I didn't watch the show back in the day. If I had to pick someone from that franchise to join alongside SpongeBob and Patrick, it'd probably be Squidward. I think you could do a lot of funny moves with Squidward and his clarinet. They better include a Bold and Brash reference if they're going to do that, though. Alright, so normals for Oblina. Standing normal. Really quick poke. That comes out really fast. Down special, or down normal, excuse me. Another poke with the eyes, it hits low. Again, pretty quick. Penguin says, Jimmy Neutron and Timmy Turner had a crossover. Yeah, that makes sense. Fear Milk says, I thought Squidward was announced for the game. I don't think he's confirmed. But I wouldn't be surprised if he's one of the upcoming DLC. Because everybody knows Squidward. Up normal. Flip kick. Pretty quick. Neutral normal in the air is this sort of spinning 360 attack. Comes out quick. Down is a downward swiping move. Up normal. Upwards kind of flipping. Is that a kick? Hard to tell. All relatively quick. Oblina's normals, and I'm going to assume her heavies are fast. She's a quick character. One of the fastest we've seen yet, I think. Milk says, are you going to be making normal videos that are not live on this game? I talked a little bit about that last time. These streams have been a way to sort of introduce the game and let me see the cast and try and figure out what I want to do. I'm considering doing a series of videos that are just matches, like random online matches playing against people as I practice. And those would be without commentary, without any of my VTuber stuff on. It would just be raw match footage. That's my plan for now. That way you guys can just watch me play against other people and get smoked and hopefully improve. I don't know if I'm going to be doing any voiced or commentary things on this game for now, but we'll see. I'm planning on doing it on stream and off stream. We'll just have to see. There's a whole lot of stuff I have planned. Still got to get back to Guilty Gear and finish the video series I was doing on that. But yeah, there'll be stuff coming. Penguin says, Mermaid Man, Barnacle Boy, Squidward, Mr. Krabs, Plankton were found in the announcer files, along with others like the other turtles, and the rep said they were possible. Yeah, I saw that on HBox's leak video he talked about, where he said they basically found a whole bunch of files from the announcer. Most likely they just had them record at once in development, just so they wouldn't have to bring the guy back later. So it's all potential stuff that's on the table, I think. Can't remember if Rocco was in the announcer files. I think it was mentioned. We'll have to see. Alright, standing heavy. This cat spewing move, which looks like it has a bit of range on it. Down heavy is this guts spitting move that comes out pretty quick and hits a ways away from Oblina. It's got range. Milk says they probably did, but also might have let it in to get people hyped. Yeah, I'm sure the devs are aware that people will be digging through the system files when a game like this comes out. So I highly doubt they would have included anything that wasn't intentional, because they know people are going to be looking.
Major damage.
Alright. Up heavy, this sort of looking whip move. Air heavy, forward chomp. Down heavy, big swipe. Up heavy, upwards lick. Penguin says, of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy get in, or if Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy get in, you better have Mermaid Man say to the Invisible Boatmobile. They could put them in as like a tag character. That would be interesting. Yeah, kind of like a Pokemon trainer type thing where you switch between the two.
That's gotta hurt.
Wazi says, lurk time over. Have a good night, Raku. Hey, thanks for tuning in, Wazi. I know you're supposed to be streaming later, so I'll try and stop by once we get done here. I think you normally do art on Tuesdays, so I will probably see you later. Milk says, I think they'll both be one character. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
That's gotta hurt.
Alright, I think we're just about done with Oblina. I can tell she's got good potential. I don't really know how to combo with her too effectively yet, but she's strong, I could tell. Just speed alone, her small size and the quickness of her moves, I can see why a lot of people are on the upper competitive tiers are using her. Might not be my first choice, but she's fun. And it says, evil. You know, again, I don't know too much about SpongeBob because I haven't really watched the show, but the one episode I did watch that my brother showed me many years ago was the Man Ray one, and that was actually a legitimately funny episode. Maybe they could put Man Ray in since they don't have any villains from SpongeBob. No, it says, is Scooby-Doo Nickelodeon related? I don't know if Scooby-Doo ever aired on Nickelodeon, but it's owned by Hanna-Barbera. It's not owned by Nickelodeon. Speaking of ancient properties.
Perfect.
Wow, that recovery though. Scooby-Doo's Cartoon Network? Yeah, I think the original developers or owners of it would be Hanna-Barbera, but it's aired on Cartoon Network, so it wouldn't surprise me if they're just the owner. Alright. Let's go do some random matches against people. Get some practice in.
Training.
No, it says if we had a Cartoon Network and Nick crossover, we'd probably get interactions like Batman talking to Shredder about a rematch. Yeah, I think it largely comes down to rights and licensing and all that. I think as far as crossovers go for this particular game, Cartoon Network would make the most sense. We'll see. I think there's a lot of potential there, like Milk and Penguin are saying. Penguin says, I watch a ton of SpongeBob, and as you can tell, also if any Hanna-Barbera characters get in, I want Space Ghost. That'd be pretty funny. If I were to choose someone from that show, it'd probably be Zorak. I identify with Zorak a lot. Zorak or Brack. I haven't watched Space Ghost Coast to Coast in forever. That was a funny show. Alright, let's do quick play.
Quick play. Select your fighter.
We'll do some Toph practice and then maybe switch to some other characters.
Get ready. 3, 2, 1. Let's
Alright, connection. I haven't played against a Danny Phantom yet. Ooh. Connection is lagging just a bit. Ooh. I wonder if this person's really far away.
Major damage.
Yeah, that's probably not a good idea to use at close range. Ugh. Whoops. Nope. That was free.
The winner.
Alright, I'm gonna have to catch up on chat between matches. Milk says, oh my god, the Penguins in Madagascar are probably gonna get in. And Penguin says, I love that show. Milk says we get all 4 penguins in one. King Julian, oh my god, that would be amazing. Nice. Agreed. Yeah, that man, lag was rough on that one. Alright.
Quick play. Select your pointer.
Oh boy. Got Lucy.
Now, select your arena. Get ready. 3, 2, 1. Dance.
This one's a little bit better than the last one, still lagging a bit. You can see the ping bars above our health percentage, the green bars, that's the ping. Yeah, Lucy definitely outpaces Toph in the air, which is dangerous. Toph needs to be grounded to do a lot of her really damaging stuff. Ooh boy, connection. Whoops. Wow. Yeah, that recovery with the platforms is pretty good. Ah. Ah, she's fast. Wow, I had nothing on that last round.
Winner.
That's a tough match for Toph. Milk says, what costume on what character would you like to see the most? Mine would be Fire Nation Toph design. For well, you know. Okay. For existing characters, that could be pretty good. If they can get Toph's costume from Korra on this model, I think that'd be neat too. When she's an adult. Oh, I missed.
Critical hit.
This stage favors Toph a little bit more because there's less platforming and jumping around.
Oh, what a hit.
I need to stop using that down heavy. It's really unsafe if you miss. Oh, connection.
That's gotta hurt.
Oh, pretty close.
Oh, what a hit.
Oh, I thought I lost my shot. Whoa, is that stun stage? Oh, I came. Ah! Came up just short. Can hit with the clap. Penguin says, mine would be honestly SpongeBob in his Mermaid Man costume. Milk says, any of the meme. Is that soft turns will be added, no doubt, for all the characters. Oh, costumes? Yeah, I'd love to see more meme costumes. All right,
Ready?
going up against Aang.
3, 2, 1.
Twinkle Toes. Oh boy, getting some laggy matches today. Yep. No, that leg's not good. Finally. Oh boy, lag. I don't know if there's just people far away that are on this evening or what, because I didn't have an issue with my connection last time. We got pretty good speed in general and quick play. Oh, should have gone for the platform. Oh. Alright, there we go.
The results are in, and the winner is...
Milk says, only thing I miss in a lot of these games is opening dialogue between the characters. I will say they should not have it in quick play and have an option to turn it off. Yeah, like skip character intros. Yeah, I don't think there's a way to change server preference for quick play.
Your fighter.
If we were doing lobbies, I think we could do that, but we'll just keep seeing who shows up.
Select your stage.
'Cause with all the lag, this game is playing in a fraction of the speed it normally does.
2, 1,
Patrick player.
go!
Patrick's actually rated pretty low on the tier list. He looks fun, but I think it's his overall speed. It's tough for him to match up against the other characters. If this person knows what they're doing, they'll probably still smoke me, but in general, competitively, Patrick's rated one of the worst characters in the game for now. I'm sure that'll change.
Outstanding performance.
Surprised I'm not dead yet. Ah, I could have timed that better. Wow. Well, just because competitively Patrick's low tier doesn't mean he's not dangerous, especially if you know what you're doing. Out of here. Milk says, I will go now. Been fun. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, man. Good to see you. I'll ping you on Discord later. The Steam info. it's more practicing against
Get
Patrick.
ready. 3, 2, 1, go!
Connection's much better on this one. It's not perfect, but it's lagging less than the last couple. Ow. And he still gets back. Is that a stun state? What? Surprised he didn't kill me. Playing with says is mayonnaise an instrument? Oof.
Patrick! Get ready. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, is there perfect guards in this? There might be perfect guards.
Oh,
Out of here.
what a hit. Critical hit.
Ooh. Ah. Get the timing down eventually. Ah. I think I can recover. Out of here. I thought that was game. I don't know if this person's being nice this round or what. Still got a chance. Oh, oh man. That tag by the rock, that was lucky. Alright.
Play nice.
Penguin, inner machinations of my mind are enigma. Oh boy, it's 3 a.m. Wait, sedan, your lights are on. Haha, it's a giraffe. I hope those are all SpongeBob quotes, because if not, there's not a lot of context there. Out of here. Okay, those are Patrick quotes. Alright, I gotcha. Again, I don't know much about SpongeBob, so you'll have to forgive me if your references are lost. Ah, come on. You just taught me, buddy? I'm off to that much of a lead. Ah.
Outstanding performance.
Out of here. Oh, that works.
The winner.
Good practice.
Play nice. 3, 2, 1. Dance.
Out of here. I'm seeing that Patrick seems to have a lot of vulnerability in a bunch of the moves he does. His normals are decent. Some of his, I think, heavies leave him kind of vulnerable. And this person's not really using his grabs. A bunch of his specials are grabs. Probably because they're slow. No connection. Oh, that person dropped me? Okay. Penguin says, I love you, I'll take 10. I love you, I'll take 10. I can't do a good Patrick. I'm assuming those are still Patrick quotes. Alright.
Play.
Let's switch up.
Select
Practice with some
your
cat dog.
fighter. Cat dog.
Boy, more Lucy.
Select your stage. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Alright, a little bit laggy this time. That was weird. Was that a homie stock? Wow, alright. Lag not helping. Ouch. That is. Oh, I got smacked the coffin. Penguin says, Darren, I can do okay Patrick voice. Hopefully I get Halloween off because my friends and I plan on hanging out and maybe going to a random neighborhood and trick-or-treating. Yeah, that's right. You got the Patrick costume. Nice. Alright. A little bit tough to play cat dog when there's decent lag. See if we get a better connection. Seems to be a bit more spotty today, but I guess it just depends on who's online. Last time it was pretty smooth. Come on, quick play. What's competitive play? This is ranked?
Competitive play.
Yeah, make it more matches in competitive play, but the people are probably going to be a lot better, so I'm going to get smoked.
Select your
That's okay.
brawler.
I just care about getting practice in. I don't care if I get beaten really badly. Alright. We'll stick with cat dog for a bit. Just for practice.
Your stage.
There's a bunch of band stages for competitive, looks like, which is good.
Get ready. 3, 2,
Good connection.
1. Fight.
I haven't fought many powder toast mans. Let's see what that character potential looks like.
Outstanding performance.
That's right. Fire hydrant.
Oh, what a hit.
Ow. spike. Ooh. Oh, that's it. Close. Good match.
The results are in, and the winner is Powder Toastman. Play nice. 3, 2,
Connection's good.
1, go!
God, I didn't think that would actually hit.
That's gotta hurt.
Alright. Off to a bit of a lead. I'm gonna kill myself. Whoa, lag. All right.
The winner.
Not bad. Definitely easier to get combos going with Cat Dog. Penguin says the winner is lag. Yeah, it was fine in the beginning and started to sort of stutter out near the end. Alright, SpongeBob player. Reptar player.
Play nice. 3, 2, 1, go! Major damage.
Ow. Oh, I'm surprised that hit.
That's gotta hurt.
Ow. Alright, fair enough. Oh, come on. I thought I jumped that.
The results are in, and the winner is...
It's a pretty good fight. Reptar definitely hits hard. He's got a lot of dangerous attacks that you have to sort of get around. Like his projectiles and charged up fire breath. Aiming for the edge there. Oh, with the cereal bowl taunt? Alright. Woo.
What a hit!
See if we can get one more. I think I'll wrap it up after this one.
3, 2,
Good practice though.
1.
Ooh. Aw. For the ledge again. Oh. Alright, let's see if we can get one more.
And the winner is Reptar.
Oh, new player. Alright, we'll get one more match and then we'll wrap it up for the evening. Yeah, if I don't get someone in like 30 seconds or so, we'll go ahead and... Oh, there we go. Freezy Pop. Mikey? Alright, let's make this one a good match. This person's ranked pretty close to me. I have no idea if the rankings mean anything.
3, 2, 1.
Whoops.
Oh, what a hit!
perfect. Oh, that's unfortunate.
The winner.
All right. Well, that was a pretty good second session for Nick All-Star Brawl. I'm still kind of learning the game, but getting a better feel. Right now, I'm gravitating towards Toph and Cat Dog. Maybe we'll try some matches with Oblina next time. But the game still feels good, and the connection was okay today, but we had some good matches when the connection wasn't lagging too much. Kids FF, Malaysia here. Hey, what's up? Welcome to the stream. We're actually just wrapping up, finishing a bunch of matches, but thanks for dropping by and saying what's up. I think next time we sit down to work on this, I think I'll probably go straight into online matches or arcade mode. We'll see. Or I could do AI matches. What I really want to focus on now that we've done our tour of the cast in today's stream, I want to zero in on some actual hands-on practice and just start drilling matches and practicing the characters. Kids FF says, how are you? I'm doing all right. Like I said, we're in the process of wrapping up for the day, but it's been a pretty fun time exploring Nick All-Star Brawl. This game's a lot of fun. For those of you that are tuning in, if you are able to pick this up in like Smash Brothers type games, it's similar, but it does a lot of things a little bit different, and it's fast. That's one thing I gotta get used to. This game has some serious speed to it that I'm not quite used to yet. But the cast is pretty diverse. The devs are constantly working on it and tweaking things with the game, so the development is ongoing. But like I mentioned before, I'll plan on probably doing some offline matches and just recording the raw footage and uploading it so you guys can watch me get smoked in online fights, and hopefully it'll be a progression as I learn the game and get better. But that being said, I'm gonna call it a stream for today. So once again, thanks to all the folks that stopped by and hung out. Be getting back together on Thursday, I believe, is the next one. I forget what we're doing. I have to look at my schedule. But until the next time, once again, thanks for stopping by, and I will catch you folks later. Have a good evening.